We are live. It's NBA, the tip-off show at WagerTalk.com every Monday through Friday. During the playoffs, when there's a game, we're here on WagerTalk TV, and then we're archived 24/7 for your viewing pleasure. And don't forget about the audio podcast versions. When you're on the go, you can listen to our sweet voices all day and night. And they are some sweet voices on the show today on Wednesday. I'm joined by Ronald Kabang, one of the newest members at WagerTalk.com. You'll remember him as UCapper over at Sports Memo. He's on WagerTalk now. And my man, Jay Money. Jay Money NBA Talks on YouTube as well. Check out his channel and his show on a daily basis. And if we're lucky, perhaps Ski Profit will join us. Yes! He's here. I ask, he delivers. Ski Profit in the house, never in doubt. WagerTalk.com as well. And Ski, start with you. How have the playoffs been treating you? How's things looking as we head into Wednesday night?
Playoffs been really kind to me. Yesterday I had a slight winning day, but in the playoffs so far, I am up a little bit over 82 units. So try to keep that going here today. I do have a few things that I like. I'll share a couple, and I do have a best bet up and available at WagerTalk.com.
Wednesday at Wager Talk, and we will be covering both NBA playoff games in depth tonight. But don't forget to check out Wager Talk for some MLB, NHL playoffs, lots of other sports up there as well. And don't forget to check out Jay Money, NBA Talks with Jay Money on YouTube, a daily show as well. And several of us have been seen to be on that show at times. I know Ronald's a regular as well. And Jay, how have the playoffs been for you? I haven't talked to you for a couple of weeks. We did a show, I think, right when the playoffs started. I know you and I think alike as far as how we handicap. It's been good for me. Has it been good for you so far?
Yeah, everything's going good. No complaints out of me, man. We had our guy Skee on the show today, man. So love talking basketball with you guys. Obviously, we have Wager Talk Cappers on there Monday through Friday, going live on Saturday as well with the picks. So just trying to keep it going today with you guys.
It's Jay Money, and once again, Ronald Kabang, a regular on that show as well. And Ronald, congrats once again, full-time now at WagerTalk.com. You'll remember him as UCapper at SportsMemo.com. And Ronald, what have you got for Wednesday at the NBA, and what also have you had all week, and how the NBA playoffs been treating you?
Yeah, yesterday I went 1-1, but overall the playoffs have been profitable. We're diving into the MLB season as well. Got some plays up there for today. Actually, I think they all went off because there's baseball all day today. But NBA, I got two plays up over at on the NBA, one on each game, and I'll be talking about one of them today in the best bet section as well.
Yeah, getaway day on Wednesday and a really small card tomorrow on Thursday in the MLB. So it's a great time to dig into the NBA playoffs. Also, there's NHL playoffs at wagertalk.com. Forgot to introduce myself. I'm Steve Merrill, filling in for Joe Ranieri here on Wednesday. I've got some best bets tonight at wagertalk.com as well. MLB, NBA. 3-for-1 special, Ski. Don't sleep on it. All right, let's get into this first game here. Miami Heat at the New York Knicks. Ski, what are your thoughts on this one? The Knicks are up against it. Joe Ranieri couldn't even show up today because he's so conflicted in this series. His Miami Heat against his New York Knicks. Heat are looking like they're in the driver's seat. Do they close it out tonight?
Yeah, if I was Joe, I'd be feeling all right. I mean, they look pretty good compared to what the Knicks look like. So maybe he's on an early vacation getting ready for the next round. Maybe that's what it is. But there's no way I'm putting a cent on these New York Knicks. From number one, Julius Randle telling us that maybe the other team wants it more than we do. Like I said it was a red flag, but that's like a white flag. They already surrendering. I don't want to put my money on a team like that. And for the Heat, you have Spoelstra over there. He's the best coach left on the East. He's going to force these guys to their weakness, playing on the perimeter. And they don't have a lot of guys who can shoot there. So I just don't see what they can change offensively to get things going for the New York Knicks. And I would only look towards the Miami Heat. But what I will do in this game, I'll go under the Knicks team total, 106.5. They've only cleared that number once out of their last 9 games. And I'm expecting to continue to see more of that Heat zone defense. And I just don't see the Knicks being effective. So team total under 106.5 is the best bet in this game for me.
Yeah, and the Knicks, of course, were a pure underplay in that series against Cleveland in the first round, and Miami, meanwhile, went over in all 5 games against the Bucks in the first round. So, Jay, we had a tale of 2 cities as far as over-unders, and it's interesting that a couple of these games, including the game 4 the other night, have closed right around the closing total. We saw game 1 go from 207 to 210, landed at 209. We saw last night land within a point as well. So the totals have been pretty sharp. Do the Knicks have anything left? I know when you and I talked a couple of weeks ago, at least I mentioned that Randall did not show up a couple years ago in that Atlanta series, and he has not necessarily shown up this year as well. Do the Knicks have anything left tonight in Game 5?
Well, I believe so. I mean, obviously, this is a desperation spot. They're down 3-1. They're at the house. We know role players play a lot better at the house. I'm expecting them to shoot a little bit better as well. I think they kind of figured out that they want to kind of push the pace. You don't want to let the Heat get back and set their defense up, right, when it's really tough to score in the half court. So I think the Knicks try to push the pace. I do think that this game probably goes over, to be honest with you as well. But since the Knicks get some foul calls tonight, I'll back them here in the first half. Knicks first half -1.5.
Yeah, Ronald, I like what Jay's going with that. We talk about those teams that are 0-2 returning home in Game 3 and how they've been strong plays overall, where they're especially strong in the first half. I know this is technically a Game 5, but you get like the feeling it's the same scenario, right, where they're down 1-3 returning home, quote unquote, the better team, the higher seed at least. I would think if the Knicks are going to play well tonight, they probably have to get out of the gate pretty fast.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, and that's kind of the way that I was looking at this game too. I mean, obviously the Heat covered every game so far. They're up 3-1, so we might see a little bit of complacency on their side. I'm gonna talk about this game like more on the best bet section. Obviously, it's a must-win situation for the Knicks here, so I expect heavy minutes from that core group from the Knicks: Randall, Brunson, R.J. Barrett. I think Grimes is going to be one of those key guys here too. He played 40 minutes in that last game. This could very well be a low scoring game, but also like what Jay said, maybe they do push the pace and try to get up and over the number there. But with those guys playing like 40 plus minutes, I expect them to play 40 plus minutes. I think a majority of the stats are going to be shared between those three guys. But I think RJ Barrett, his PRA is actually the lowest of the three, if I'm not mistaken, 27.5 PRA. In the 4 home games this postseason, he's gotten at least 30 plus PRA in all 4 of those games. I think in this desperation spot, 40 plus minutes expected from him. He's going to be in there, doing a whole bunch of things, or you're attacking the paint. I think one of the key things though is a matter. Jay mentioned like fouls and stuff, right? If RJ Barrett gets to the free throw line, it's going to be important for him to actually make them, because this whole team has been struggling from the free throw line. If he doesn't do that, it's going to be a problem. To me, like I said, I'll talk about the side here a little bit later, but I think Barrett PRA is probably going to be the best prop for me in this game.
Yeah, New York, I believe in Game 1 shot 60%. They were like 70% in Game 2, which in the NBA is a little bit below average from the free throw line, 73. And then they were 75 finally in Game 4, but still lost that one and failed to cover. By the way, the first half line is -2. Full game is 3.5. So the odds makers are kind of on board with what we're seeing. They're pricing in a little bit of a premium for the Knicks here in the first half to get off to the fast start out of the gate. All right, that's the first game tonight on Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern on TNT. And then we'll look at the nightcap, the second game tonight, also on TNT at 10 o'clock Eastern. And, oh, I'm so happy we got Skee on the show today, because he's got to be in a good mood here. 3-1. Maybe they don't get it done tonight, Skee. The odds makers and the betting markets are saying they won't, because this line has gone from 5.5. It was 7 last night. Now it's 7.5. There's even an 8 out there at South Point. So maybe not a question if they're going to win the game or not, but this is definitely an inflated line. Skee, which way you playing this one? Lakers Warriors Game 5.
Yeah, this series, I've been loving, that's for sure. I do have the Lakers already on the series price, so I like that they're up 3-1, and I've cashed every game so far in this series. So for this one, same kind of situation for Golden State as the Knicks, right? But this is a team that we actually can trust. Like, this is a team that we've seen do this before. Versus, like, I'm not going to even go back to the New York Knicks, but the last 6 times they've been in the playoffs off of a loss, they won and covered, winning by double digits. You followed me last year in the playoffs, I bet them every single time at home off a loss. We know all year long they were not a good road team. Dominant at home. That hasn't changed. So I just like how all those things line up for this Warriors side. And then this is the one where I feel like it's a little bit more of the Lakers being satisfied, and maybe not just, but also just being exhausted. LeBron, every time the whistle blows and the play stops, he's on his knees. He's exhausted. He even said at the end of the game he's tired. So I just don't think you get the max effort from the Lakers squad, whereas it's a Warriors team who has lost a couple in a row. They're embarrassed right now to be in the situation that they're in. With their track record, you have the Warriors in this game until they prove otherwise. So I love for my guys to win the series. They will. But will they win tonight? I don't think so. I would be going with the Warriors. I'm gonna talk about the total. I think earlier I saw it going down a little bit, and Game 4 we only had 205 points. I think we'll continue to see good defense from the Lakers. I think we'll continue to see Golden State improve their defense as well. I do think Curry and Clay shoot a little bit better, so probably won't be as close to 200 points, but I still think it's a little bit too much for the total. So that's how I feel. And if you think Golden State is going to win, you have to like Curry over his point prop. That's what I think about this game.
Yeah, I thought that was Scott Foster with LeBron in that photo when I first looked, but then I realized it was Ski Profit. But yeah, by the way, no brothers, no Foster tonight in either game, guys. So we might get non-scripted outcomes in this one. So the home team's down 1-3 are not going to get any help from the officials. It looks like, Jay. We'll see what happens. Jay, obviously we've talked about it all year. Golden State's been much stronger at home than on the road, but it's been the defensive side on the road that's been a lot weaker. It hasn't really been that they drop off in offense too much. I think some of that's because Wiggins was out for a couple months, the best perimeter defender in my opinion. But look, they're back on their strong home court. Like Skee said, you do get a feeling if the Lakers are going to kind of regress or mail it in on a game, it might be this one, or do they really want to finish them off? Obviously, Denver looming looks like they're going to close out Phoenix a little sooner than expected. The Lakers might want to get this one done and get some rest, but can they get it done tonight, Jay? How are you approaching Game 5 here in Golden State?
I kind of like what you said at the end there. I like what he said as well, as far as LeBron being tired. If he's tired, don't you want to get some rest before the next series in this one? So I don't think anybody's even giving the Lakers a shot to even possibly win this game tonight. I didn't bet the game. I do lean Lakers plus 7.5. I definitely think you're playing a premium if you like the Warriors here. But yeah, I'll disagree with the whole world in this one, and I'll lean towards Lakers plus a 7.5 in this one. Wouldn't be a bit surprised if they got the outright win.
Yeah, Ronald, it reminds me a lot of the game last night, between the Nuggets and Suns. It seems like everyone expected Denver to bounce back, after the two losses on the road. And I thought that was a premium priced in as well. And I stayed off the game for that reason. That line went from 4 as high as 7. They, of course, did win by 16. And one thing I'll point out, guys, we saw it in both games last night. An inflated Denver line, they win and cover. Philly, once again, outright. Game 1, 10-point dog, outright. 7.5-point dog last night, outright. It seems to me like if you pick the straight up winner, other than maybe Game 2, the T-Wolves and Nuggets, I can't think of another one in which the straight up winner hasn't covered. It's been almost every playoff game. So is it that simple, or has this gotten to a point now where the line is a little too inflated on Golden State?
I mean, it could be. I mean, 7 is a big number. There's definitely a chance that the Warriors win the game and the Lakers cover the spread. But I think that I think I want to focus primarily in the first quarter there. Again, that we talked about how the Knicks should come out with a sense of urgency. I mean, same thing with the Warriors here. One thing that I looked at historically in the 3-1 series, the team leading the series is coming off of a tight win, 3 points or less. Those and they're a dog or favored up to 6 points, so like a tight line pretty much. Those teams are 2-12 straight up, 0-14 against the spread. Majority of that margin is in that first quarter, minus 5.6 for those teams that are up 3-1 coming off of that tight win. And that's the situation the Lakers are in today. So this might be one of those fade spots. I think that, especially in the first quarter to me. The other thing, the reason why I want to stay off of that full game primarily is because they've been in this situation already twice in this series where the Warriors were up after the first quarter, end up losing the game outright. And that, I mean, it could be that situation today. I I wouldn't think so. I'm just not confident enough to put my money on it. But I do think the first quarter is the way to go with the Warriors. As far as like just coming in with a sense of urgency, coming from home. We know, what Ski said. The Warriors play well at home. A lot of the times, if you look at this series specifically, the home games for the Warriors, those 2 games went over. The 2 games in LA, they went under. It's just offensively, they continue to struggle on the road, and at home they're going to look a lot better. The other way you could look at it too, I know Ski talked about the under. One way to pivot would be probably the Lakers team total under as well. We saw them score 104, but ended up getting the win. I think we could see that again. I think the Warriors do the same thing defensively, but maybe shoot a little bit better. I would think that would be the way to go too as well if you want to pivot and take the Lakers team total under.
Yeah, and by the way, Rob Vino's not here, so I'll give it a little math though, because I know Rob's watching. It's required that I give Rob Vino some math every day. But like we talk about the first half versus the full game, first quarter 3 -3, first half -5. So that's 60% of the first half line right there in the first quarter. and then -5 versus 7.5 for the full game. That means the odds makers are shading at 2/3 to the first half. 67% of that spread is the first half. So once again, they're looking for a fast start from another home team down 1-3, just like in the other game, as we've talked about. Definitely different ways to approach these games. And don't forget the Lakers, with Scott Foster reffing the other night, were 20 for 20, 100% from the free throw line. Golden State was only 9 for 12. The Lakers hit below 85% of the free throws. They don't win that game. They go 20 for 20. We'll see if they can do it on the road tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday. All right, we got both games analyzed in depth, but I want to go around the horn now and find out where the cappers think maybe the best spot is tonight here for the show. So, Skee, I'll start with you. Isolate a 1-minute shot clock here, and let's get a free play, a best bet for you tonight on Wednesday.
So 1 minute to say whatever we want. So I'll say, don't be scared if you like a side. Everybody's on it. A lot of the public sides have been covering. Golden State at home the last game, Denver last night, the Suns when they had to win. It's that time of the year where the good teams are going to win, the best players. That's why the public bets them, because they're the best. That's why they're in the position that they're in right now. So with that said, if you are scared, but you still think the Warriors tonight, the best way to bet this game, bet the Lakers to win in 6. The Warriors can just get away with winning this game tonight. The Lakers win the next game, and you get a plus 125 price to do it. So that's what I think is the best bet for tonight. Either bet the Lakers to win in 6, the Lakers to win 4-2. However they word it, plus 125, that's a winner.
Boom, count it. Laker fan, but an even better handicapper. Skee Profit. Check him out at WagerTalk.com. I like where he's going with that. And Jay Money. You can find Jay on YouTube, NBA Talk with Jay Money. Jay Money is Money at Twitter, and also at NBA Talk with Jay, the number 1. And Jay, let us know what you got planned this week. I know you're on at 1 o'clock Eastern, Monday through Friday, and you said Saturday as well. And also give us a free play on the way out here today on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Live every single day, 1 p.m. Eastern, over on YouTube, NBA Talk with Jay. You could also follow me on Twitter as well, usually tweeting out the link every single day. Free picks Monday through Saturday, and one used to do Sunday as well, man, but got to take one day off. But yeah, pretty simple for me today. I know it's real hard to back the Knicks. I know the Heat have absolutely owned them, but I do sense a little bit of complacency from the Heat in this one. So I'll take the Knicks in the first half. I do think they come out with some first quarter, first half. They could possibly lose the game, but I think first half is the top spot. Knicks have been one of the best home court teams in the first half as well, so I'll back them tonight. And I can't tell whether Skee is a Lakers fan or a Warriors fan, my guys. So we'll see what happens there. But I do like that possibly that Lakers in 6 bet from our guy Skee as well.
Count it. Skee Profit is a money fan. A money fan is what Skee
There you
Profit
go.
is. So dollars ahead of allegiances, right? When it comes to that. I learned that about 20 some years ago. I root for nobody. My favorite team changes every 3 hours, guys. That's what I tell people when they ask. I love it. Jay Money is Money. Check out NBA Talks with Jay on YouTube. And don't forget about Ronald Kabang, the newest member of WagerTalk.com. Remember him as UCapper at SportsMemo.com. And Ronald, by the way, I got to point out, we got some of the best 3-point shooters. They're all getting these shots off. They're clean under the 1 minute mark. It's not a coincidence. Some of the best shooters at WagerTalk.com. And on YouTube in general with Jay Money. I've seen him shoot. He's got a nice stroke. And Ronald was runner-up, I believe, to Jay. Skee was runner-up to Merrill, not me, unfortunately. So among the 4 of us, we basically have owned the 3-point contest in one way or another. There we go. It looked so good until it left my hand. It looked so right there. Oh, and then it just... I was square, like I'm square.
That's
right
a
there,
travel.
Then,
That's a travel right there.
It might have been a travel. The one in red actually won the 3-point contest. And I believe my son actually passed me the ball, which he should have known better. I've been on him about making good on-court decisions over the years, and that was a terrible on-court decision to pass it to me from that far out. But yeah, this August 19th, make Robert Harris, our producer, go right, by the way. I'll give you that little tidbit. Oh, here it comes. Yeah. This is on Dan, by the way. This makes me look bad, but you make Robert go right, and this never happens. But you'll see eventually he goes left and he scores a floater. But yeah, August 19th at the Westgate. This will be there. Look at that, man. Stick a couple business cards under both of us, and you're good to go. I got the ups of the kale.
No.
I would have made a good Celtic. I definitely would have made a good Boston Celtic back then. Yeah, look, August 19th, the basketball outing to be during the afternoon. There's a golf outing as well if you want to get dehydrated and get heat stroke. But otherwise, come to the basketball outing. and then meet us all at the Westgate that evening on August 19th. And hopefully we'll get Jay and Ronald. They were there for March Madness. They did the original one in March. Skee was there as well. And then Skee and I were there in August. So hopefully we could all get out there this summer. But August 19th, check out at WagerTalk on Twitter for more information as the summer gets closer. And Ronald, with no further ado, I forgot we need your best bet still. We were a couple full timeouts. You want a full? I want a full, man. We took a couple full timeouts there. It might be a technical taking back-to-back timeouts, but we got time now for your best bet. 1 minute on the shot clock. Let it go.
Yeah, no, we see the heat up. I'm here with Jay Money on that in the early game, early part of this Knicks game. Heat up 3-1. We see a little bit of complacency from them on the other side. We see a more efficient and more stronger defense coming from the Knicks side. Their defensive rating at home in the playoffs is actually third best of the teams remaining, while the Heat's defensive rating on the road is third worst of the teams remaining in the playoffs. Butler coming off a 40-plus minute game. I really don't expect him to play heavy minutes here. With them possibly just getting being happy with the win at home in Game 6. I think the Knicks first quarter is the spot. It's kind of been their thing all season long, especially as home favorites. 34 game sample size in that situation. The first quarter average margin is plus 4.7. You can get -1 here tonight. Don't have to win by margin, just by a bucket. So my best bet is that Knicks first quarter -1 there. That's the best play for today.
Count it. Don't let the buzzer fool you. He got that off before the shot clock. Count all three of those best bets. And let's get a recap. As Megan Payton likes to say, I love it. She says, take a screenshot and use it wisely. Skee likes his Lakers to win in a series. He's got 6 games, plus 125. Jay Money says the Knicks are going to play well tonight. They got to start fast. First half, -2. And Ronald says they got to start even faster. First quarter, -1 there on the Knicks. And that is what you all have tonight for Wednesday, May the 10th. Once again, both games on TNT tonight, 7:30 and 10 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday for your viewing pleasure. Skee, Jay, Ronald, enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us today on Wednesday. And check in every day at 4:15 Eastern, Monday through Friday when there's NBA playoffs here on WagerTalk TV. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell for instant alerts when all the shows and videos go live here on the channel. And most importantly, leave us some comments below. We read the comments. We reply back. We love the support. Let's win together here on WagerTalk TV. Till tomorrow, enjoy the games tonight. Best of luck. We'll talk to you again soon.
Have you checked out all the new handicappers at WagerTalk? If not, here's your chance. You can take 50% off your first daily or 3-day all-access purchase at WagerTalk using coupon code TRYWT. Our new roster of experts is 30 deep, covering sports from all around the world, giving you tons of options to choose from. All you have to do to redeem this offer is go to WagerTalk.com, choose a handicapper of your choice, and use coupon code TRYWT at checkout, saving 50% on your first purchase.